Hello and welcome to another review at Movie Mash, and today it's going to be more of a rant than a review. I'm going to talk about the new J.J. Abrams reboot of Superman, which means Henry Cavill is out. Why do we need a reboot? I mean, we've had Superman 1978 where we know the story. We've had Smallville, we had the Adventures of Superman in the 90s, and we've Man of Steel. So it's been done a few times and we don't need to hear the story again. And a reboot, I sick to death of these and doing something that we don't know. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I was rooting for J.J. Abrams to direct the next Superman. I like the way he works, I like the way he directs. He rebooted the recent Star Trek and rebooted the recent Star Wars. And like the films or not, I thought he was a good director, and it seemed to make sense to Warner Brothers to take him on. And I was, as I said, really happy about it. I don't know if many people know, but about 10-15 years ago, he actually was rebooting Superman, and it was supposed to be called Superman Flyby. It started production as far as I know. They even had a suit ready, which I thought looked alright. And there was his choice for Superman was, one of his choices for Superman was Zachary Quinto, who played Spock in the recent Star Trek. I'm not sure, but I don't know. Now, it's going to be written by Ta-Nehisi Coates. Now, I don't know what he's done previously, but I don't want to judge him until I see his work and see maybe he does a good job. But let's see what he does. Now, I really liked Zack Snyder's Man of Steel. I thought it was a great time to reboot the film. He did a good job, it looked great, and Henry Cavill smashed it as Superman. Now, I wasn't crazy on Batman vs Superman, and a lot of people know I have a bit of a problem with it. Justice League was nobody's fault, well, mostly Warner Brothers interfering and the sad circumstances with Zack Snyder. If I had a choice, I would have picked Snyder's version full. But one thing is for certain, it was great casting, and Superman as Henry Cavill, or Henry Cavill as Superman, he was great in all three, no matter what, even with his dodgy lip. Now, all three of those movies did really well at the box office, but they didn't hit the $1 billion mark. And Warner Brothers only seem to be interested in that. I don't know why, even when they make a big profit. Like some of the Marvel movies. You know, I don't know what the competition is about, but the only one that did hit the mark was Aquaman. Could you believe that the guy with the blonde hair and the seahorse on the cheesy cartoons was the one to hit the $1 billion? Who would have known? Now, the recent Wonder Woman was critically destroyed by fans and critics altogether, and it didn't do as well as the first one financially. But does that mean it's going to be rebooted as well? Is she going to be kicked out? Let's hope not, and fingers crossed. Now, on to casting. Michael B. Jordan has been rumoured to play the next Superman. He's been rumoured for a while anyway, and I think he's a great actor, and everything I've seen him being on, he was brilliant. I do feel he could pull it off, and I'd be happy with it. I don't care about this people of color thing. If you're good at it and you can do it, then why not? So I'm happy about that part if he does do it. Now, Warner Brothers, they only seem to be caring about money rather than how the film comes out. If it does well, that's good enough for them. Now, they haven't, so let's reboot it again. But I feel that with Henry Cavill on a sequel to Superman or the first Man of Steel, I think it would blow box offices away. He's a big star now, and he's liked by everyone, and even with Mission Impossible, he's become a fan favorite and people like him, and what a waste. Now that Henry Cavill will be out, he's going to be the fan favorite to play the next Bond, and I think he'll be perfect. But to tell you the truth, I don't think he'll be cast as Bond. I feel that all the rest of the Bond films that have come out are pretty much, they were all unknowns. Yeah, they had done a few things, but they became megastars after Bond. And Henry Cavill now is a big star, and he's going to want a lot of money, and I just got a feeling they'll go at an unknown. And I personally wouldn't like to see him as Bond, even though I think he'd be good at it. It's just he's got The Witcher under his belt, and he's got Superman under his belt, and I'm only going to think of those two when he's playing Bond. It'll take him a few films before it gets the stigma off him. If I had to choose a Bond, my favourite would have been Idris Elba. He's tall, he's strong looking, he's charming, but the problem is, and I know this is going to be a factor, he's nearly 50, or he is 50, I'm not sure, he's close to it, and they're going to want a few sequels out of him, which means he'll be hitting 60. I'm still alright with that, but I know how the studios work and this is what's going to happen. But I digress. Now check this out. The director of the last 2 smash hit Mission Impossible movies, which done better than any of the rest of them, and he wrote them, and he's writing and directing the new one. Well, with his relationship with Henry Cavill in the last movie, he had an idea and pitched an idea and a story to Warner Brothers, where he was going to direct and write for the next 2 or 3 Superman movies with Henry Cavill as the lead. But Warner Brothers flat out said no. I mean, how much do they not like Henry Cavill? It seems like a lot. Now for me, one of the reasons why I don't want it rebooted is I think of Spider-Man, the recent movies, where you got with Tobey Maguire, it wasn't complete. It felt like there was going to be another one and that was scrapped. A couple of years later with Andrew Garfield, we got a new Spider-Man, and then the second one that ended on somewhat of a cliffhanger, scrapped. And we've jumped onto a new one now. And as much as I like the new one, I'm just kind of feel like, too many. And now it feels like it's happening with Superman. And why? Zack Snyder's Justice League is coming out soon, and it's going to have Henry Cavill, and I really hope it's good, because it's our goodbye to him now, and we can always go back and watch it and always see how good he was. Now I believe that Henry Cavill will do good no matter what he does after this. He's a good actor, he's very popular. I don't think he'll be typecast as this, and I wish him the best in the future. And I'm also going to say that I think he's, apart from Christopher Reeve, he is one of the best Supermans we've ever got and seen on the silver screen, and nobody will forget him. So that's my rant over. I better stop, because I could probably do this for about 3 days, and I'll give myself a headache and everyone who watches this video. So for now, and until my next rant,